And I know personally both of my sisters don't want to give birth at all because of what it does to your body. And so I just thought that was a good point. And adding on to everything else we've said about economics, that might be another reason why people don't want to have kids.
Yeah, for sure. It's a thing that women are talking about all the time right now. Ian from Arkansas says, with worldwide birth rate decline and the eventual acceptance of things over time, do you think we will accept artificial wombs as mainstream? Oh my God. Yeah. Ian, we will get to the point where we accept just about anything. Yep. This would be like, wait, what was it? Was it Brave New World when babies were born in a factory? Oh my God. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So Ian, yes.
I just had a point with your question about why people are afraid to like give birth, and point of bodies change.
Mm-hmm.
I think people as that sacrifice outweighs having a child, like having a child as more sacrifice.
Yeah, but listen, but what has happened? So you're Christian, right?
Yes.
Because I see you wear a shirt a lot of times that identifies you as a Christian. So for you, religion would play in. You want to have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do, right? I mean, not all. You don't have to want to have kids to be a Christian, but I can read you, right? Okay, so religion plays a role in that for you because why? Why? What is it about having kids that is important for you religiously?
Well, there's multiple reasons.
Hold it close.
Like God tells us
To procreate.
to go multiply, fill the earth.
Hold it closer to the mic, yeah.
Also, I find relationships very important and very beneficial. So I think having experience of being a parent is very beneficial.
So it's part of the way that the Creator wanted things to be
I think
for
it's a
people to come
blessing
together.
for a person to have a child.
Yeah.
And
Why is it that so many people, what in your mind as a man, why are so many people saying, I don't want to have kids? Like, what do you think is, that in spite of that, doesn't matter, God said that, okay, it's all good, but still, I don't want to have kids. What do you think is the key factor? What's your gut?
my gut is that, fortunately, I think society gets lazier, so they see kids as like extra work on top of everything.
Yeah.
I think that's a point, and that's my gut feeling. People just get lazier.
Does that resonate with any of you at all?
Yeah, I do think that people, they want to focus on themselves and only themselves, and they don't want to do any extra work sometimes. And children are a lot of work.
So it goes. The same is true with you, right? I mean, you're saying essentially, hey, I want to have 2 or 3, or if I can afford it, 4 kids, but I'm working on myself first. I'm first. This is a very individualistic thing, right? I'm first, and what you said was, I'm going to try to reach my goals so I can have the children I want to have. But if I don't reach my goals, then maybe I won't have kids. So essentially, you were saying the same thing.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. So something has happened in this world for your generation. Because when I didn't have kids, my wife, we always say, we were rare. Everybody around us wanted to have kids. It was rare. I was like the first person she ever met who said, like, yeah, I'm not having kids. I don't want to have kids. Like, everybody was going to have kids, man.
Kind of going off what he said, I don't really think it's necessarily has to do with work ethic and the inability to want to take care of children. As like, a neuroscience major, a big part of what you learn about is that human activity is very much governed by fear. And fear is the main emotion that is in control of the emotion of the decisions that we make. So there's like two main issues that are really like the crux of it. There's one, like the relationships, like she was talking about. There's like with the globalization of, day-to-day interaction of human beings, it's very easy to see relationships in a certain light due to social media. There's this gender war that's going on, and with the red pill and the pink pill and all that, all that stuff. And so because people are seeing the idea of being in a relationship in a more negative light than you necessarily did whenever you were just had to deal with the people in your community, the idea of procreating with somebody else becomes a lot more not even inconvenient, but desirable, which is why like Gen Zs are, I think, are significantly less sexually active than their millennial counterparts at their age.
Yeah, man, listen, you all are a complex generation, man. Like, oh my,
I mean, it also doesn't help that we have the ability to see more options in front of us, that it's easier to see what we could have rather than what's necessarily in front of us.
Yeah. Like, hang on. Yes, exactly. Well, hang on. Wait 1 second, right? First off, I want to ask you, how much does like climate change and uncertainty about the global, war and just all that, how much does that come into play for you? It's like the uncertainty of the future. Does it come into play for any of you? No, it doesn't.
I think I just worry about what I can control.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, evidently it doesn't. That doesn't come into play for you? The uncertainty of the future?
Like what? Like war?
Like economic collapse or climate change or like all these things. Like, oh my God, I don't want to bring a child into this world. It's so uncertain. Do you think that at all?
Yeah, I think a lot about that.
Your friends think about that?
Yeah, they think about that a lot, and actually we really talk about that fears a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm almost like the one person who want to get children among my like groups of my friends.
So you're the one person.
Yeah. It's really rare. Yeah, because I also
hang on.
Yeah.
Wait. So you think about all your friends.
My friends.
Your friends. Yeah. And you're like the one of your friends who's like, yeah, I want to have kids.
I have besties, 6 besties, and all my 5 besties doesn't want to get babies.
Man.
But I get it.
I just want to speak to Koreans. Hey, Koreans, we're working on this to get her besties to change their minds. All right, I'm working hard. I'm working for you. So okay, yeah. Oh my God.
I have a lot of friends who are moms. And I think one of the things that's important for our generation is that we've seen how moms suffer, especially with the lack of social support.
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of friends who were moms or coworkers that were moms, and they would call off and say, I just couldn't find anybody to take care of my son, or I couldn't find anybody to watch him. When I was a kid, I was basically outside of the house for 12 hours a day, and I came back to eat. Yeah. I went to my friend's house, my neighbors' houses, family members' houses. My mom didn't have to be present all the time.
Yeah.
And I feel like now the pressure's on moms to be present 24/7. They don't have affordable daycare, affordable babysitters. There's just a lot more pressure on them to be there all the time. And with their current career and education goals, that's impossible.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another one of the things that goes along with exactly what you're saying. Thanks for that. That you're much more likely when you all graduate you're gonna apply for a job, and you're gonna apply wherever you apply, and it's not necessarily gonna be where your parents live or somebody lives who's gonna help take care of the kids. It's gonna be somewhere, and then you end up in Chicago, and then you're in a relationship and you're in Chicago, and no one's in Chicago. It's you. Like, who's gonna take care of? What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna manage that?
I think another really important point to bring up is that it's a big health risk for a lot of women to get pregnant, especially in a lot of states that are taking away abortion or even contraceptives. For a lot of women that have reproductive issues or just anything could go wrong during their pregnancy, it's a threat on their own life. So I think that's a big part that plays into it now. And I have a question. Do we think that the new abortion laws in certain states is a way to try to get the population rate back up?
No, that's not what's behind it. It's definitely not. That's definitely not what's behind that. The movement against abortion is just because abortion. It's just a rubber band, you know. It stretches so far this way, and it's just going to stretch back. It's purely religious, ethical, moral, etc., based on religious principles, Judeo-Christian and Islamic principles, but Judeo-Christian most. Yeah.
I do know that South Korea has a movement going on called the 4B movement, where there's like a refusal to have sex, date, marry, and have childbirth.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why like the South Korea birth rate is so low right now, because they're like trying to reject like what they feel is patriarchy going on in South Korea.
Yeah. A lot of that, right? The rejection of patriarchy, of male-dominated culture. A lot of cultures have that. Yeah. In the Middle East, by the way. Is that something in Nigeria, do you know? Like women who are just really standing up to patriarchy?
If they're forcing them or...
Yeah, who are just saying like, no, I'm not going to engage in this patriarchal culture. I'm not.
There's definitely a movement, but it's not... The pressure is mostly from like family members.
Yeah. Family members. So Stephen from England is saying, does the increase in divorce and modern day relationships being less solid than it used to be relate to lowering couples? Definitely. Yeah. Even in Saudi, man, you all didn't used to be able to get divorced, and now you can. And in Qatar and the Emirates and Kuwait, and you couldn't, Bahrain, people couldn't get divorced, but now they are. What's that? Yeah, like your mom. Yeah. Yeah, so that wasn't possible. So now it makes it a little less.
One of the main reasons people aren't so motivated to have kids or as many kids is I think we have the internet now, and I think it's easier for people to sort of figure out what their main purpose in life is. I know for me, I know that I want to be a rock star. And I'm already pretty set on not having any kids. And I feel like for people who are more sort of...
Dude, I just want to say, I want to be a rock star. You want to be a rock star?
I do, yes.
What do you play?
I play bass guitar.
You have a band?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any recorded music?
Not yet. We haven't gotten together yet.
Well, I want to be a rock star too. That's why I didn't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I think for people who are sort of more unsure of what they want to do in life, having kids is sort of like, this is a good place to start, I guess.
Yeah, you guys have so many options available to you. But here's the issue, right? You know, when you're not bringing people along behind you, unless AI proves to be what many people think it is, and robotics prove to be what many people think it's going to be, then you're not going to have people coming along behind you to be like, hey, we can take care of all these things that need to get taken care of. And then, it's really problematic economically and socially and politically for any culture, any society, man, for the whole world, really.
I think another reason that people might not have as many kids is or no kids at all, is nowadays we know more about genetics and how they're passed on to the next generation. So there are women I know in my life that are scared to pass their genetic disease to their children.
Yeah. Right. So now we know more about these matters. And so you can really do a deep dive into a lot of things, right? When you do some of these genetic tests, and it's like, man, I might have, you could really get lost in the idea of what's possible to get passed on. Wait, hey, we only have a couple minutes left, but I want to put this comment up from the Netherlands for all of you. So Yeah, this is a nice way to end this conversation. Don't forget to talk to one another and make babies, especially Koreans. Yo, Koreans, make kids. Yeah, oh my God. After you graduate, though.